Alright, so we're going to talk about the differences in the new Vista 2.0 software Byron. It looks very familiar to everybody, however there's a ton of enhancements to each and every part of the console. Patch window, for example, you can search by fixture. The console window looks more like our consoles. And the fixture selection screen, we can always select like this. However, we now have a lasso tool, or what we call the drag over tool. When selecting fixtures, you get a lot more information on this one side now, and you'll also notice that the quick picker is gone because it's actually a layer behind all this, and you have many pages and tabs of quick pickers. When it comes to the fixtures, you have all the control you need right here. I can rotate the one specific gobo just simply by picking the gobo. A lot more control all in one spot. However, we do have specific tabs for parameters, and say in color mixing, you can also look up the color wheel, pick our color, maybe get that color wheel rotating. If I'm on a plane, I can see that I'm rotating my color wheel. Same thing with the gobos. It's really easy to see what gobos we're choosing, what wheel we're choosing that gobo from. Alright, so let's talk about fixtures like a Shogun that has two parts to it. We have, up on WYSIWYG here, you can see that we have a ring of LEDs around a CMY fixture. So if you look back down here, I can pick the middle of the fixture, which is the CMY portion, and put it in color. All in one fixture icon. This multi-element, multi-parameter fixture type has made its way also into generic LEDs. For instance, we have a whole bunch of color blocks here where we can pick an entire color block and bring it to full, or we can pick individual pixels and change their color. What you're looking at is these LED fixtures are existing in a LED matrix. I can touch the matrix, bring the entire matrix to full, put it into a color, and in the timeline I'm only seeing what we call a group event, which is a very small information, even bit of information, even though it's about 400 fixtures or 2.5 universes of LEDs. If I go back to the fixture view, I can really easily recolor one section or another very quickly. And it's really important that we can actually, let's say, put a band across here. We have the ability to lay out our fixtures in this grid, which in the real world makes it very, very easy to color portions of that we want to color. If I want to take the middle of this column here and make it green, I'll just go right up the middle and make it green. What we've also added with the LED matrix is matrix effects and video files. So I'm going to pull up a matrix effect here, perhaps just a horizontal line traveling across it. Of course you're getting visual feedback and you're getting the effect in the real world. And of course, Vista-like way, we can recolor just a section of it if we wanted to. So we handle LED fixtures a lot better. We also needed to handle media servers a lot better. So I'm going to call up my media server layout, pick one of those layers, I'm going to bring its output to full. Next thing I'm going to do is go to the content screen, pull down to the media file, and by CITP we've sucked in the content into the media server, so our content lives in our show file. I'm going to take that, I'm going to copy it with Control-C, paste it on another layer, change that layer's piece of content to that, and I want to mix those two together, so I'm going to go to the effects of the media server, use the blend mode, and pick additive, and here we've mixed those two layers together. In our timeline, we can show every little bit of that media server that we've touched, and including little thumbnails of the media. We've also tried to make things that are relatively difficult that should be really easy, much easier. So, in this screen here, can you guess which par cans are my red gel par cans? I'm going to bring those to full. Okay. I'm going to hit our new button called Store Look. I'm going to touch the fader that I want to store it to. And I'm going to bring this down, capture it, which cleared my programmer, and there's my look. I'm now going to put this at about 25%. I'm going to bring up a totally different set of fixtures to full. So I have stuff coming from playback and stuff in the programmer. Traditionally on most consoles, if I was to use that console store function, I'd only be storing what's in the playback. I would have to grab the parameters that are active, suck them into the programmer so I can store them. This is a concept that is quite difficult for beginners to comprehend, and also it slows the whole process down even for pros. My store look button takes care of, doesn't matter where everything is coming from. Sorry, got a little phone thing going on, vibrating on me. Thought it was gonna ring. The store look button takes care of where everything is coming from. It doesn't matter if it's coming from playback or from the effects engine or from the programmer. I hit the store look button, I pick the fader, I hit enter, I bring down that, I capture it, clears my programmer, and there's my look up on stage. So I didn't have to worry about sucking or touching. This is what you have to do on some consoles or grabbing on other consoles. I just hit my store look button. That's the look I want to see. I want to store that look. One last thing, we've improved how we actually handle complex timing in look stores without going to the timeline. So I've created a look here where the lights are on, downstage, and in a color. And when I press go, I want them to turn on, then move downstage, then change color, all in that first cue. Traditional Vista, we would have had to go to the timeline and move things around to make that happen in a Vista-like way. Well, we wanted to speed up that process. So our new store button brings up our new store window, which gives you a lot more options than we had before. But instead of using default 2-second timing for the entire look that we're doing, we're going to do custom timing. And I want position to happen after intensity, and I want color to happen after position. I hit OK, and I should have actually hit this first, sorry. There we go. I hit OK, I clear my programmer, and when I activate this, the lights come on, then they move, then they change color. So in a wrap-up, we've tried to make everything a lot more easier. We've added a ton of new features that I haven't even gone over yet. We'll have more information of that stuff to come online at jandsvista.com. You can also go to jandsvista.com, download the latest software, and run it on your PC or Mac for free. Thanks very much.